at just the sheer volume of this bun today. I can't even fit it in the entire frame, like that's how big it is. Hey everyone, it's me, the Anti-Beauty Queen, and I'm doing something that I should have done maybe like 2 weeks ago because it is almost 2 weeks into December, but that's okay. November favorites is still acceptable here in December because I had a lot that I loved and that I used in November, so I thought I would show you some of the things I watched, smelled, and read in November. I have been obsessed with this one product all throughout October and November, and it actually came in really handy while I was in Disney World, just because it just made my skin feel so much better after a really long day in a theme park. Now this stuff is actually really great too for the drying months because it just puts a bunch of like moisture and life back into your skin, and that is the Lush Tea Tree Water. Now this stuff is a little bit expensive, but for a toner it works beautifully. It is not harsh, it works well with any kind of skin, and for me especially living in Canada, our skin dries out horribly. Like my lips are cracked right now, but skin alone, this stuff works amazing, and it actually makes my face feel bright, feel just better in general, and I absolutely love it. Speaking of hair, I've been using one product all month, and it is the Clarins Gentle Dry Shampoo with Oat Milk. Now, I do believe I got this in a beauty box or an Ipsy subscription a couple months ago. I took it to Disney World, and I just became obsessed with it. I fell in love with it instantly, and because it is cold out, I can't wash my hair every single day. It would just dry it out completely. I need to have a little bit of like grease and oil in my hair, or I literally could probably just shake it and it would all fall off because I have extremely thick, curly, unruly, dry hair, and this stuff is amazing for those days that I don't want to shampoo my hair. I think that I'm going on maybe 2 days without washing this lion's mane, and I just feel as well that if I'm going out to a party or if I'm going out and I really want to style my hair, I can't wash it the night before. I have to give it at least 2 days of no wash or it just will not do a damn thing. Today especially, because it's just a lazy day, I thought I would throw it up, but this stuff works wonders because it just makes everything just kind of like stay put and makes it not look so disgusting. So I highly recommend this brand. It is, I feel like, a lesser known brand. I have not been able to find it in mainstream like supermarkets or drugstores or anything like that, so hopefully I do find it. Let me know in the comments below if you have heard of this brand and you've seen it in like a Walmart or just wherever, because when this empties, I will cry. Now, if you are someone who needs a little extra oomph in your step skin-wise, there is one product that I just feel like trumps anything that I've tried before, and it is the Super Facialist Una Brienne Vitamin C Brightening Glow Boost Skin Serum. Jesus, that is a long title. This stuff just makes your skin bright. It replenishes a lot of the elasticity and the collagen in your face. It just makes it look like you've had a little bit of vitamin D, vitamin C in your day, and it just actually makes it look so healthy and glowing and not dull like it usually does for me anyways in these colder months. It just gives it life, and I highly recommend this. Again, I got it in an Ipsy subscription. I have not been able to find it anywhere else, so please let me know if you know where I can find this because I absolutely love this product. Moving on to makeup, there's two things that I have been using religiously throughout November, and I'm probably going to carry it on through the rest of December and the spring and summer and next fall and winter, because it is by far the best foundation I've ever had, and I'm being serious when I say this. It is probably the one and only product that actually gives me full coverage, and it is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Airbrush Foundation, and to go along with it, the Tarte Air Buki Bamboo Brush. Now these two products alone I do actually keep in its little packages just to make sure that they are completely 100% protected, because these also cost an arm and a leg for both things. I actually do use a lot of Tarte's products. I love, love, love their brushes. I just feel like their brushes are really well made, they're so durable, and they just last. And this Air Bouquet brush has honestly been a godsend. It is so well made and it just makes your foundation go on flawless. So if you are going to get and you're going to shell out the shekels for this product, I highly recommend just going the extra mile and getting the brush so that you have like the whole Tarte experience. But if not, the foundation alone is just absolutely amazing and I love it. It just goes on like butter and it just makes everything blend in as I look at myself in the viewfinder, admiring it, admiring it. It makes my whole face just like one. There's no redness, there's no blotchiness. It's amazing. So this is probably gonna be in my top favorites every single month until I find something else that outdoes this, but as it is right now, I have not found that. So you know what, Tarte? You did good. Alright, so for literature this month, I tend to read a lot, but I always forget to include the books that I've read that month in my favorites video, and I know that a lot of you actually are kind of intrigued in what I've read, especially when I did my guilty pleasures video. I'll link that video down below, because I went over a lot of like the cheesy biographies that I have, and after that video I had a ton of questions on just what other books I love to read. So in the future, if you would like, give me a thumbs up and I will do a kind of overview with a lot of the favorite books I own so that you can maybe go out and read some of them. But as it is for November, I was completely consumed with this book right here. It is the Quarantine series. I have talked about this series before. I believe the second one was actually in maybe a summer favorites video, but this one is the last installment of the series, and this series was, whoo, it blew my mind how just vulgar, dangerously like adult they went with this, because this is in like the teen fiction, you know, the young reader section, and I was just absolutely blown away how much sex and gruesome, gory violence was in this. It was amazing. The series itself is about a bunch of teens who become infected with this terrible disease that kills anyone over a certain age. It makes their lungs collapse, so as a result, they are essentially quarantined in a giant high school. The first book was pretty much how it all started, the second book and the third book, you know, so on and so forth, but the book itself is almost a mix of like Hunger Games meets Lord of the Flies, because what happens is each little part of the high school break up into their own cliques like they kind of do in everyday life, and you get like the burnouts, the loners, the saints who are like the popular people. This book deals with prostitution, it deals with just a whole slew of stuff that, again, mind blown. If you're squeamish or if you are sensitive to that kind of content, I don't think that this book would be for you. But if you love all things gore, like my sisters who love horror, you will love this. And I read this book, and I'm gonna say maybe 3 nights. I tend to have really horrible sleeping patterns, so Sugar Bear actually has to be at work for like 6 a.m. and I usually don't start work till later on. So I'm up quite late in the evening, and I always tend to read, and I read this in I think 3 nights. The author is Lex Thomas. This is the first series I've ever even read from him. I believe he is a new-ish author, but if he ever does another series, I'll probably jump on that bandwagon as well, because this is probably my favorite book series ever. And I mean, I'm a Harry Potter and a Hunger Games fanatic, but this I think trumps it, and if they ever make a movie, I will be there opening night. Favorite scent for November has to be the one that's burning behind me, and it is the Bourbon Butterscotch from Bath & Body Works. It smells friggin' delightful, and if you like sugar or candy smelling stuff, this candle is for you, and it just makes the whole house smell delicious, and I absolutely love it. I am burning another one from Bath & Body Works, and I believe it's called, rum something. It's burgundy and it smells fantastic too. But this one has been burning for the majority of November, so I thought I would add it to the favorites. TV show this month has to be a toss-up between Red Band Society and Dexter. Now, I know a lot of you have probably watched Dexter before. I actually watched it when it first came out. I got to season 4 and then I just kind of stopped. But Sugar Bear was really interested in watching it again. So we started it all up and now we are on season 3, which is a horrible season. It was not my favorite, but season 4, if I do remember correctly, was just amazing. So we're just trying to like slug through season 3 to get to season 4, but I do watch it on Netflix and we watch it every single night, but we only allow ourselves 1 episode per night so we don't get crazy and carried away. But that is what we've been watching for November. And the second show that I've been obsessed with, Red Band Society. Now, if you don't know what it is a brand new show on Fox, and it came out in September with all the new fall lineup, and it is friggin' amazing. It is a toss-up between Glee without the singing and Grey's Anatomy without the adults, because it centers around children who are either terminally ill or they're suffering from, you know, some sort of illness, who live essentially in a hospital. They go to school there, they live there. I mean, the show is so unbelievably not realistic because this would never happen, but to me, I absolutely am obsessed with it. I feel just like so compelled to watch every episode because it centers around, I think, 6 kids, and they each have something wrong with them, and the narrator of the story is actually a boy who's in a coma, and he kind of sees everything going on, but obviously he is in a coma. He kind of is like the ears and the sight of the hospital, and he kind of tells the story of each character. I'm absolutely obsessed with it, and it's cheesy and it's fun, and I love it. Alright guys, so that is it. Those are my favorites for November. Let me know in the comments below what your favorites were. I would love to see your videos, so leave me a link down below. And if you haven't already and you want to join this anti-movement, which is all things anti-beauty, hit that subscribe button right down below. And if you want more videos, all you have to do is give this video a big likes up. Now, I was able to get over 80 likes on my food journal video, which is amazing. So let's see if we can get 40 likes for this video, and I will make it a mission to do a favorites video every single month of 2015. Oh my god, that is a lot of pressure. So 40 likes every single month, there will be a favorites video. And if you want to follow me all over the internet, my username is AntiBeautyQueen. I'm on Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, and I always follow back. Now, I did have a mishap. I'm gonna let everyone know that I did have a few people add me to Instagram, but I accidentally clicked the friggin' X instead of the check mark. And so if I did not accept your friendship, that's not because I'm being a dick. It's because I'm an idiot and I hit the X. So re-add me and I'll add you back and we can join together in picture takingness. That does not make sense. And I don't want to forget my #1 favorite of life. I did get him in December, so I can't really add him to my favorites, but a lot of you guys have been wanting to know about Albie, my little chihuahua, and I will surely make a video on him soon. He's just very young still, and he's still trying to like find his bearings in the home, but I will be letting you guys know about him very soon. And until next time guys, I'll catch you on the flippy flop. Bye!